after a couple weeks. I don't know how to start one of these. It's my birthday, y'all! Okay, so code 4TQSR6. It's my birthday, everyone! We are hunting for some Destiny Mark Shinies. And also, this is the first stream that I am doing on my brand new PC. So if anything goes bad, well, it shouldn't. So from now on, there should be no more stream crashes, unless I genuinely lose Wi-Fi. Is this a good place to set up a picnic? Yep, it's fine. So it is actually my birthday today. You know what? I should probably prove it before I set up the picnic. If I go to the Pokemon Center over here, I do hope this will be a wonderful year for you each and every day. Feel like they could have added a sound effect for that, but okay. Ah, fine, I'll go pick that up. It's right in front of me. So, it's my birthday today. I am now a third into my 20s. I am now 1 year closer to death. Woo! So on your birthdays, you get more encounters, or more possible encounters, with Destiny Marks. And that happens only on your birthday. I believe I need red bell pepper. Now, I could, you know, change the date and get Destiny Marks whenever I want, but then it wouldn't be genuine. So, this was the plan. This was a plan in the making weeks ago. This was something I planned to do, like I had the idea to do several weeks ago. And, well, it's happening now. And that plan was for the first stream on my new PC to be on my birthday. And also hunt for Destiny Marks. You know, the original plan was for me to do this during the day so that I would have more time to, you know, get the Destiny Marks that I want. But clearly that didn't happen since it's 9:35 at night. So I only have less than 2.5 hours to get the Destiny Marks I want, which should be plenty of time. I have 3 in mind I want to get. And that is my 3 favorite Pokemon. Oh yeah, the Beldums are happening now. Guess what I'm hunting for next? So I planned to do the stream during the day. Like weeks ago, I had hoped to be able to take today off from work. Clearly that didn't happen. My sister is on a trip, so I have to cover for her at work, and one of my coworkers is sick. Oh my god. Can I, real quick, hold on. Let me just turn up the brightness on this monitor. Much better. Look at all the Charmanders. So yeah, I plan to do this, or rather, this was a plan in the making weeks ago. But I was not able to get the day off of work today. My sister is on a trip, and my coworker is sick. I could have called in a different coworker of mine, but then I had to think about business. It's hard to say. I'm pretty sure that's not it. It's going to be more noticeable than I think. So yeah, I could have called in a different coworker to fill in for me today, but then I had to think about business. You know, I had to think like, damn, if I call her in to fill in for me, then we would have to pay her when I could just like, you know, suck it up and just go to work today. So I decided, yeah, I'll just, you know, take the bullet and go to work today. Meaning I have to do this at night. But it's fine, you know. Hopefully I have enough time to get the 3 shiny Destiny Mark Pokemon that I want. So, because it's been a while since I last played anything here, a lot of stuff has happened and there's a lot of things that I would like to talk about. First of all, let me not talk about myself. Well, actually, let me mention this first. Today on my birthday, I got a shiny Tyrant in Pokemon Go, as well as a Hundo Bibarel. Just a straight up Hundo Bibarel. So, you know, those were great birthday gifts in Pokemon Go. I got a shiny and a Hundo today. So, okay, that aside. So, I want to move on from talking about me, and I want to talk about the biggest thing that happened while I was away, and that was my sister's wedding. So I want to talk about that and how that happened. Or, not how that happened, how that played out. First, I want to say that now that I was a part of her wedding, I know the truth. And the truth is that anyone who is a part of a wedding is exhausted. So the day started, at least for me, it started at 5:15 in the morning. I woke up that early because my sister needed to get her makeup done. See, for my sister on that day, the people who were going to come over to the house to do my sister's makeup for the day, they were going to come at 6 a.m. My sister needed to be up at 6 a.m. to get her makeup done. And because my uncle, he was visiting us for my sister's wedding, he kind of took over my room. So what ended up happening was I had to sleep basically on my mom's floor. Well, on a mattress, of course. The first night my uncle was here, we were supposed to share my room because I got a bunk bed in my room. We were supposed to share my room, but I couldn't take his snoring. So first night I actually had to go down to the living room to sleep. And then rest of the nights I just prepared a mattress on the floor of my mom's room, and I just slept there. And I say that because the makeup people, they were going to do my sister's makeup in my mom's room, because my mom has a big room. And I was on the floor of where they were going to do it. So I had to get up and move. So I woke up at 5:15 to move, but then I slept again until 7 a.m. So I got up at 5:15 in the morning, and then slept again until 7 a.m. And I was up since 7 a.m. So I woke up at 7, got ready, you know, put on my suit, did my hair, you know, took a dump, got ready for the day. So as the morning went by, more and more of our guests arrived at the house. First thing that happened was taking pictures. So a bunch of family members were coming by the house, family members and a couple of friends. They were coming to the house to take pictures, because in a Chinese wedding, the first thing that has to happen, I think, like one of the main things that absolutely has to happen is, like, there's a tradition where... Hold on, why is my friend texting me? Oh, he said happy birthday. Thanks. There's a tradition where it's like a tea pouring ceremony, where the bride has to wear this red outfit, and the groom just wears the tux. They get on their knees and, you know, pour, well, not really pour, they offer tea to the parents and grandparents. Or so I thought. I thought it was just the parents and grandparents. No, it's everyone. Everyone that's, you know, like an elder. So uncles and aunts, like everyone. I didn't know that. I thought it was only parents and grandparents. So we did that first at our place. We did the pour teaing ceremony. And then after that we grabbed a little bite, like my mom prepared food for everyone. Not too much food, of course, like a small little platter for us all to have. Wow, as the game turns to night, it's a lot harder to see. But yeah, I'm sure the shiny will stand out when it happens. So then after we ate, a little bit later, we went over to the groomsman's house to do the same thing. Take pictures. So I went. So the bride and groom both went to the groom's house. And I went as well to take the pictures, as well as all my sister's bridesmaids. Funny thing is, here's what happened. I was in the car with all the bridesmaids. There were 3 bridesmaids, and I was the only guy in the car with them. So we went over to the groom's house, took the pictures, and then after the pictures, we went to the venue, the wedding venue. You know, I fell asleep in the car ride there. Because at that point, it was like around 1 in the afternoon, I think. And I've been up since 7. So I kind of fell asleep in the car a bit. And because I barely ate anything, we all barely ate anything, on the way to the venue, we went through the a McDonald's drive-thru. So when we got to the venue... Okay, now look at this. This darker lighting makes it much easier to see the difference. When we got to the venue, so what we had to do was we had to wait for the rest of the guests to show up. That's what we were doing. So we just sat there and waited while my sister was doing her makeup, changing into her wedding dress and whatnot. So as the guests started to arrive, there was one thing that my sister really wanted to do, which was very tough for me. I wouldn't say it was a lot of work, it was just like not easy to handle, and that is our dogs. My sister wanted our 2 dogs to be at the wedding in order to take photos. And yeah, you can imagine how big of a hassle that was. And because my dog, he kind of has like an injured leg, so we didn't exactly want him to move around too much, like actually walk around too much. And because there's a lot of people, we didn't want anyone to, you know, accidentally trample on him. So I had to carry him. I had to carry him out to the outdoor reception, not really reception, the outdoor ceremony area. Oh, I thought that one looked different for a second. So I was the one who had to carry him out to the ceremony area because my sister had an outdoors wedding. My sister, she really, really, really hoped for months, for like a year, that it would not rain during her wedding. Because if it did, then the dogs couldn't go, because the dogs technically weren't really allowed inside, aside from the bridal room. They were only allowed in there. Like the main area and the dining area, they weren't allowed in. So it was that and outside, right? And if it was raining outside, well, then there's no point to them being there because they can't be in the pictures. So my sister really, really hoped that it would not rain that day. Well, in a way, she did jinx it because it rained in the morning. But afternoon to evening, it was perfect weather. So at least there's that. So we were able to take great pictures with our dogs. See, it was hard for me because I had to carry him. And my dog is not a light dog. He is extremely heavy. And also because my fat ass was in a suit. So it was really hard for me to get down and pick him up without, you know, tearing up my suit and pants. I swear my pants was very close to ripping at one point. And especially with like the fancy shoes you wear, it's really hard because those shoes aren't flexible, so you can't like bend them as you kneel down. So yeah, we took the pictures, and then my dogs stayed in the bridal room while the actual ceremony itself happened. So, you know, my sister walked down the outdoor aisle. The typical wedding song you would think of, that did not play. You know, my sister replaced it with her own playlist, majority filled with BTS. So yeah. And then, standing up there, at the altar, the quote-unquote outdoor altar with the priest, my parents, mostly my dad, was bawling his eyes out. So, you know, they didn't exactly exchange vows. My sister didn't want to do that. They just did the I do's. They kissed, and then they signed the the marriage license. And then it was just time for pictures. You know, time for anyone and everyone who wants to take pictures with the newlyweds. Well, yeah. And I was one of the photographers. Well, not professionally. I was just on my phone taking pictures of everyone with them. Afterwards, we went in. There were snacks laid out. And I ate a good chunk of it. Inside the bridal room, like when we got back in, there was an entire plate of snacks. There was cheese, there was little tarts, there was beef skewers, and I ate a good chunk of it. For whatever stupid reason, whatever stupid Chinese reason, I was technically not allowed to eat beef on that day, but I'm like, I don't give a damn. I'm starving and there's a plate of beef skewers in front of me. I don't give a shit. I'm eating this. I don't care. So yeah, I ate a good chunk of it. I ate damn near most of it. You know what I just realized? I don't think I have my false swiper with me. I think I put that back in its original game. Yeah, I don't have my Gallade with me. Oops. It's okay. I can save the game if I get the shiny, and then I could just go into Pokemon Bank. No, Pokemon Home's right. Pokemon Home real quick and just pull out my Gallade. So after that, my job was to take the dogs home. As well as a coworker of mine. It was originally going to be my dad and I, the two of us together. We take both our dogs home. you know, let them off their harness, let them outside to pee, give them some water, and then, you know, go back to the venue. Originally, it was going to be my dad and I who did that, but my sister, she didn't want my dad to leave the wedding, so that was my job. And my coworkers. So my coworker drove my dad's car with me and the dogs. So it was like damn near 20 minutes to half an hour to get back home. Let them back home, and then another 20 to 30 minutes to get back to the venue. So we lost a good chunk of my sister's wedding time. And, well, we did end up missing something. We missed the introduction to the dinner. Because later on in the night, what was supposed to happen, and what did happen, but I missed, is that they would tell all the guests, alright everyone, it's time to be seated at your assigned designated seats. And then everyone would sit down, they would chat a bit, and then later on the MC would be like, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the newlywed couple. And then the doors would open, they would walk in, they would stand in front of the whole dining hall, and then they would make like a small speech like, thank you everyone for attending our wedding. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Drink and drive responsibly. And then turns out my sister had sparklers go off, because of course she did. Yeah, I missed all of that. I arrived back at my sister's wedding after all that, just when the first course of dinner was being served, that being the soup. Also, I'm out right now, so I'll join later if you're still streaming. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you saying happy birthday, bud. Yeah, no shaman feedings on a trip himself. He's down in America. I don't know which state he said he was going to. So, I got back for dinner, and well, it was just a typical dinner, you know. I think the main courses was like a butternut squash soup, a bacon-wrapped chicken breast stuffed with Swiss chard. It was some sort of like filled pasta dish. It wasn't the one filled with ricotta that I had during the taste testing for the dinner, for the wedding dinner. I forget what it was called. And then last there was a lemon sorbet for dessert. So at this point, my sister was changing into like her 5th dress of the night. So then afterwards, it was just time to hang back, relax, dance if you wanted to. Now, I cannot dance to save my life. I have no rhythm. My dad's friend, though, he absolutely killed it. Yo, he was tearing up the dance floor. Damn, I wish I had moves like that. I wish I was as fly as that. And then pretty soon after, it was almost time for all the guests to leave. You know, as the night came to a close, it was time for everyone to go home. Yeah, basically, that's how the wedding went. Now, something that happened during the wedding, so my now brother-in-law, like my sister's husband, his brother, he was the best man, thank God. Nope, wait, get back to the Charmander area. So, my brother-in-law's brother, he was the best man. Thank God for that. So he was the ring bearer. He was the one to hand the actual wedding rings to him. Thank God I wasn't the one to do that, because I don't trust myself to. The fact that I even held the box containing the 2 wedding rings for like a minute, I nearly fainted. Because I do not trust myself one bit to handle something so valuable, so important. I just know somehow I'll mess it up. I'll trip, I'll lose them, I'll break them. I don't trust myself. So thank God I was not the one to do it. And you know, now that the wedding's over, I can actually say this, because it doesn't matter anymore. That's in the past. So, a couple months ago, I think. I don't think it's been a couple months. I think just over a month ago, I mentioned that I held something genuine, and it nearly caused me to faint. Because just the idea, like, this is the real deal. I'm holding the real deal right now. The real thing. This is not fake. The real thing is in my hands right now. And I could honestly faint just by the thought of that. What I held was real gold. So one thing about a Chinese wedding is that there's a lot of like genuine, legitimate gold involved. Like the Asian part, the tea pouring ceremony part. My sister had just bangles and chains and, well, not chains, and necklaces and just whatnot of gold. Genuine gold, like, you know, like jewelry and decorations, like actual real honest to God gold. And I held like just a small portion of it a couple months ago, and I nearly fainted at the idea of like, this is real and in my hands. Now, I was actually assigned to watch over the gold afterwards, and I'm just like, oh my God, that is the worst mistake you can make. Assigning me to watch over genuine gold, to make sure it doesn't get stolen, it's not lost. Do not ever trust me with that, because I do not trust myself with that. Thank God, like, that didn't actually need to happen. You know, I wasn't staring at a briefcase filled with gold the entire night, thankfully. I'm not too sure who was watching it, you know? But the gold is safe and sound, you know? Wasn't stolen, wasn't lost. And if it was, it probably would have been my fault. And you know what else? Throughout the day, throughout my sister's wedding day, a lot of times what went through my mind was thinking about everyone who couldn't be there, everyone who wasn't in that room. Obviously, the first one to come to mind is Billy. Grandpa as well. Grandma, even though Grandma died nearly 30 years ago. If anyone deserved to be there the most, it was Billy. Unfortunately, we were just too late. You know, if only this wedding happened a couple years earlier, then he could have been there. But sadly, that's not how it happened. We were just too late to have this wedding. Billy couldn't be there. You know, Toby was there, Sky was there, but, you know, if anyone deserved to be there the most, it was Billy. You know, Grandpa couldn't be there either. And I just had to keep on thinking to myself, I am here for them. I am here for them in spirit. You know, they couldn't be here in person, so I have to be here for them. To carry on their memory. And you know, aside from everyone who genuinely couldn't be in that room, there was also everyone who are alive and also couldn't make it. Be it one reason or another. What was really interesting to actually witness was just everyone throughout my life, like throughout different parts of my life, all in one room together. Friends, family, people who I've never met before in the same room. It's like, oh my god, this is like my life crossover happening in front of me. Now, none of my friends were there, because why would my friends go to my sister's wedding? I imagine one day, if, and this is a big if I am to get married one day, I bet you my sister's friends will be there. I'm not going to say no to my sister inviting her friends to my wedding, because it's like, what am I supposed to say? No, your friends can't come to my wedding. My friends didn't go to yours. Like, I'm not going to say that. But you know, it's not cheap to have people attend your wedding. You know, you have to pay for the food, for the seats, for the service. Like, it charges per person. So the more people you have, the more expensive it'll be. You know what's crazy to think? For a wedding, the flowers were more expensive than my sister's wedding venue. Ain't that crazy? The most expensive thing in a wedding is the flowers. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, right? Flowers are so delicate. Gotta grow them, gotta pick them, gotta make sure they're the most pristine looking flowers. And then you gotta set them up, you gotta decorate them. That's a lot of, like, manual labor. Imagine how many flowers you need to plant. And you need to plant more than that as well. Just in case the amount you planted, some of them don't look good. And they gotta be planted well in advance as well. It's like, yeah, it makes sense that the flowers would be the most expensive thing. We are about to go an entire sandwich with not a single shiny. Unless I missed one, which I don't think I did. Every time I think I see one, I get close to it, and it's not a shiny. Like, if I were to just... See, that one has a mark. Nope. I only have so much time in order to try to get these Destiny Mark shinies. This is why I wish I could have done it during the day. So I can have the entire day at my disposal. You know, I could have streamed this earlier tonight, but I went out for dinner with my parents. My parents and my dad's two friends. We went to an all-you-can-eat buffet. I didn't want to come home too late. One, so that I can actually have time to do this. And two, because my dog's sick. He diarrheaed in the house last night when my friends came over to celebrate my birthday. Last night my friends came over, and what they gave me a gift. This out of context. I low-key expected a dildo for my birthday. And here's the context. What we've been doing is we've been getting each other's gag gifts. One of my friends recently, we got him some, like, gay hentai. Gay manga hentai. Like, as a joke gift. One of my friends said, like, I'm getting you a dildo for your birthday. And that's low-key what I was expecting. I was expecting a dildo for my birthday. And that did not happen. I don't know whether to be happy or sad that didn't happen. You know, I don't need my parents cleaning my room and being like, son, what is this? Holds a dildo in the hand. I can explain. It's like, son, is this the reason you don't have a girlfriend yet? It's like, father, mother, please, I can explain. But yeah, they didn't get me a dildo. What they ended up getting me was a $60 Legend of Zelda cup. Or mug. Not just any Legend of Zelda mug that cost $60. Specifically from the New York Nintendo store. My friend who got it for me, he genuinely didn't even know that New York had a Nintendo store. Okay, I need to set up another sandwich. damn, I had such great luck with my modern Paradox Pokemon. Wait, not picnic. I need to Union Room. What was I talking about? My friend got me it's exclusive merch from the store as well. So he got me an exclusive New York Nintendo Store Legend of Zelda mug for 60 Canadian dollars. That's like, I don't know, 40 to $50 USD. And given how clumsy I am, and how little I trust myself with valuable and fragile items, I don't know why my friends keep on getting me glass items. Previously, that same friend, he got me a red glass ocarina. He texted me just with no context asking me what my favorite Zelda game is, and I told him, well, I do love the story for Skyward Sword. He was like, oh shit. I'm like, why? Don't worry about it. And then a couple weeks later, he got me a glass ocarina. I'm like, oh, that's why you asked me what my favorite Zelda game is. I don't know what my favorite Zelda game is. You know, there's just too many good ones to choose just one. Let's see. XQ, not P. Wait, no, that's not right. It's QCP, not XQ, whatever. DX9. You know, if it passes midnight and I don't get them, then I can technically change the clock so that I can still get the Destiny marks. Thing is, like, I don't like doing that. I like to be genuine and get the shiny Pokemon on the day that I get it. I don't like to change the clock and get it on a specific day. But I think today is an exception. Now, I hope I don't have to come to that. Hopefully I can get the 3 targets in mind with the Destiny mark. I don't even think I just flat out said what the 3 targets are. It's my 3 favorite Pokemon. You can spot them right now. Being Charizard, Greninja, I know how original, and Decidueye. My 3 favorite Pokemon. And I want them all shiny with the Destiny mark. Now yes, I do prefer normal Greninja and Decidueye to the shiny. Like, I prefer the regular to the shiny. But you know, you just can't beat the shiny, right? Like, you can't beat a shiny of your favorite Pokemon with a Destiny mark. Aside from my sister's wedding, my uncle, like I said, he came from Hong Kong just to attend my sister's wedding. Now, I said previously that we wanted to do some fun things with him while he was here. Maybe go on a small trip, go somewhere far to have fun. Yeah, that did not end up happening. Time just flew by faster than we expected. So, all we did was or primarily me, I took him out to places to eat. That's about it. And before we knew it, it was time for him to leave. And like I said, also, that I kind of got kicked out of my own room because he kept on snoring. Now, I don't know about him, right? But like, if that happened to me, like, if I was staying at my sister's place, because technically my uncle is my mom's younger brother. So if I was staying at my sister's place, I was bunking with my nephew, and I unintentionally snore too loud and, you know, like, cause my nephew to have to leave his own room for a whole week, I don't know about y'all, but I would feel so guilty, like, oh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to, you know, run you out of your own bedroom. My uncle, though, he's like, haha, well, too bad for you. At least he has a positive outlook on life, right? At least that's a good thing. So, let me tell you about a story that happened involving my uncle that, well, really added to my lack of confidence in being really capable of anything. Like, you know, I don't trust myself to do anything right anymore. And, well, this kinda, like, just further dug the hole for me. So what had happened was, one morning, when we were getting ready to go to work, because my sister is a lazy turd sometimes, so normally what happens is my mom and we go to work first, and then whenever my sister wakes up, she'll take the other car, and she'll go to work whenever she does. So, what was supposed to happen was my mom and I go to work first, and then my sister takes my uncle out to work afterwards. And then after that, you know, maybe I drive my uncle to have lunch and whatever. That was supposed to happen. The reason that did not happen is because I couldn't find my wallet. And I'm like, no way I, you know, like, forgot it somewhere. No way I left it in the car. Where'd my wallet go? So I looked all around the house, like, you know, did I put it on the kitchen counter? Did I leave it on the couch? Did I leave it in the car? Like, I checked everywhere. I couldn't find it. What had happened was my uncle was doing laundry. He, you know, wanted to do a nice gesture, and he washed my pair of pants. And unfortunately, he didn't know that my wallet was still in my pants. My pants pocket. So, he washed my pants with my wallet. And, yeah. So my wallet was in the washing machine. And, you know, it was wet to dry. What? It was, you know, it was wet. And then it was hanging to dry all night in the basement. And I got the blame for that. I got the blame for that, right? Unanimously, my family, I am not close to where Charmander spawns. Unanimously, my family blamed me for that. You know, I'm not gonna be mad at my uncle, because it was a genuine mistake. He didn't know that I kept my wallet in my pants. So, my mom, you know, knowing how I am, knowing how often I lose things, once she found out that we found where my wallet was, she was like, you lost something once again. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is somehow my fault. I left my wallet in my pants pocket like I normally do. My uncle unknowingly washed it with my pants. Yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault. I lost my wallet that way. I couldn't find my wallet that way because of it. That was my fault. And then my dad was like, why didn't you take your wallet out? I'm just thinking, like, why would I take my wallet out of my pants pocket if I'm going to put it back into that pocket and take it out with me the next day? I'll just leave my wallet in my pants pocket. And then he was like looking at me as if that's not what I'm supposed to do. That's not normal. As if the normal thing to do is for me to every single day take my wallet out of my pocket, put it on the counter the next day, pick it up and put it back into my pocket. Like, I was in the wrong for that. you know, yeah, I'm wrong for leaving my wallet in my pants pocket all the time. Damn. I try not to lose my wallet by keeping it in one place, and I still get blamed for it. So, you know, even when things aren't my fault, even when me losing my wallet is out of my control, it's still my fault. The blame is still put on me. You see why I don't trust myself with anything? I don't trust myself with valuable items like wedding rings and gold. Because even if it's not my fault, it's still my fault. Even, you know, no matter how hard I try not to lose things and not to mess things up, it still happens out of my control, and it's still my fault. And you know, the worst part, thankfully, you know, all my cards, a trip into the washing machine didn't destroy them, like they still function, so at least that's good. Unfortunately though, there were casualties, because in my wallet were 2 sheets of paper. One being well actually technically both. Both were temporary driver's licenses. One of them I got, like, you know, as an official government document. I was supposed to keep on me as a temporary driver's license while I waited for my new one to arrive in the mail. And the other sheet of paper, also a temporary driver's license, was to renew my license. So one as an official temporary license as a renewed one, and the other one to actually drive. So I had 2 temporary driver's licenses in my wallet. And well, once again, my family, see, here's the thing about sheets of paper like that and how you're supposed to carry it with you all the time. Unfortunately, it kind of makes sense that it'd be such a big sheet of paper. Because if it was like, you know, like an actual card size of paper, that's easy to lose and it's easy to get destroyed. A larger piece of paper like this, like an actual, well, I don't know what the dimensions are for paper. Like an actual sheet of paper, that's a little harder to destroy and lose. You know, initially I kept that temporary driver's license in my car. You know, the most important place to have it, in the car, in the glove compartment. My dad's like, no, don't put it there. What if your car gets stolen? That's your ID, that's your credentials. I'm like, fine, I'll put it in my bag. I have my bag with me all the time when I go to work. And even then it's like, no, don't do that, put it in your wallet. I'm like, fine, goddammit, I'll fold the paper, and fold it. The paper being folded, it didn't fit completely into my wallet, so it kind of stuck out a bit, so the edges kind of got bent. I'm like, fine, I can't put it in my car, I can't keep it in my bag. Fine, I'll fold it and put it into my wallet. And you know the rest, you know what happened. It went into the washing machine and the paper went RIP. You know, that did suck. Both temporary driver's licenses destroyed. Well, my uncle did apologize, which, you know, at least there's that. But, you know what, in the end, it's fine. My brand new driver's license came in the mail, so I had no need for those sheets of paper anymore. It's just like, well, you know, those were government documents, right? Those were, they may have been temporary, but they were still documents. So, if I were to get pulled over and I didn't have those, I would be royally screwed. Like, where is your driver's license? Oh, here it is. Sir, what is this? Would you believe me if I told you my uncle accidentally put it into the washing machine? Because he actually did have the bright idea to unfold the paper and let it dry. It's like, yeah, I show that to a cop pulling me over, I'll be in handcuffs before I know it. No. Anyway, so that's a quick little story. I lost my wallet, my papers got destroyed, and it was still my fault. Even when it wasn't my fault, it was still my fault. It's my fault for leaving my wallet in my pants pocket. It's my fault for not taking it out. And also, guess what? It was my fault for putting my wallet in my front pants pocket, not my back. Not my butt pockets, you know? The back two pockets on a pair of pants. Because my uncle was like, if it were in the back pockets, maybe I would have noticed. But because it was in the front, I didn't notice. Yeah, so it's my fault. I'm the one to blame for my uncle washing my pair of pants as a nice gesture and washing my wallet. Thus, me losing where my wallet is and also having my documents destroyed. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine, I got my license. It's fine. You know, it's kind of hurt that it was still pinned on me, but, you know. And you know what? I get it. I get it. My uncle, he's a guest. He's here on a trip. Don't want to make him feel bad. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Maybe I should try doing picnic resets, because this clearly isn't working. You know, throughout my sister's wedding, a lot of people were asking me, like, when's it your turn? You're next. It's your wedding's up next. I'm like, people, please. Like, today's not about me. Please. Focus on the person who's actually getting married today. Like, I still have a long, very long time before it's my turn, so please. Don't focus on me. Today's not about me. Ugh. And you know, I did take pictures with the groom and his brother. I was the thickest of the three of us. The two of them are relatively thin. So, you know, I really do stand out as being more round than the two of them are. I would show you guys the picture, but I didn't prepare for that. I would show you guys, but I didn't prepare in advance. Like, I didn't censor their faces for privacy reasons. So yeah, I didn't prepare for that. Oh yeah, one other thing. One other story that happened when my uncle was here. So, my uncle has a son, so my cousin. And he's just over 10, maybe like 12 years old. So he's still young, he's still a kid. So what I decided was, like, let me give him something. Let his older cousin give him something as a gift. So, what kind of toys do I collect that I could possibly give him? Well, I have an enormous, probably way too big, amiibo collection. The grass makes it hard to see. Yeah, I have a pretty big amiibo collection. And if you remember, a little while ago I accidentally bought an extra Kazuya and Sora amiibo. How do you accidentally buy another one of those? Listen, when you have as many as I do, it's kind of hard to keep track. So I figured, like, okay, I don't really need a third one of them. So let me just give it to my uncle to give it to my cousin. So that's what I did. I gave my uncle 2 amiibos to give to my cousin. Well, my parents were both like, son, that's it? Only 2? Wow, how generous of you. All those figures you have, only 2. I'm just thinking, like, what do you want from me? I could have given him none. What do you expect me to give him? You want me to give him like a dozen? How many do you expect me to give him? I'm not trying to, gloat or trying to get credit, but like, out of the kindness of my heart, I gave him 2. I didn't have to give him anything. My parents were like, that's it? Only 2? Out of everything you have, only 2? Wow, son, how generous of you. So generous, a whopping 2. I'm like, what do you want from me? This shiny Charmander is taking so much longer than expected. And I have 2 others to hunt for. It sucks that they're so far apart, because sometimes the tall grass makes it hard to see if they're shiny or not. Yeah, I really wish I was able to do this during the day so that I would have all the time I needed to get these shinies with destiny marks. Because you have to keep in mind, I get a shiny doesn't mean it will have the destiny mark. It could just be a shiny with no mark. No. So that's why I really wished I could have done this during the day, but the pieces just couldn't work. What? The pieces just didn't fit. The things just didn't work out like that. So, unfortunately, something that my cousin is into is Prime. A little while ago, my uncle, like several months ago actually, he texted me like, do you have Prime in Canada? And obviously I figured, well, my uncle probably doesn't care or really know about Prime, so I figured that it was probably my cousin who was into Prime. Yep, that's the case. My cousin is into Prime, the drink made by KSI and Logan Paul. So yeah, I drove my uncle to a mall to, shop around, walk around. Found a place that has like somewhat rare Prime bottles, I suppose. Unfortunately, buying that means I'm only making Logan Paul richer. And I think that douchebag already has enough money. I personally have not tried Prime myself. I don't really want to try it. Well, like I said, I don't want to give Logan Paul more money. He's already rich enough. Like, I can't tell whether Logan Paul is a douchebag or not. On one hand, you have this lawsuit against CoffeeZilla. On the other hand, you see, like, he kinda sometimes acts like a genuine guy. Like, when he was in the Mr. Beast 50 YouTubers video. Like, he seemed like he was a good guy in that video, so it's like, I don't know. Is he a douchebag or is he a good guy? I don't know. All I know is I don't want to give him more money, so I'm not buying any Prime. I'm not trying any Prime. Will I sell out if he gives me a big bunch of money to say Prime is great? Yes. Yeah, I really don't see any shinies. Why is this happening to me? It's my birthday. You know, a lot of times today, I even forgot it was my birthday. Today just felt like a normal day, because, like, really not much special happened. You know, I had to go to work, and let me tell you, what a day it is for my birthday, right? Because it was so busy during the morning at work, or it was really busy at work today. I didn't end up eating anything at all until like 3 in the afternoon. I didn't even eat breakfast. The first meal I had was like 3 in the afternoon. Well, let me tell you guys about a dream I had the other night. The other night I had a dream that I got shot in the gut. Like shot in the abdomen with a bullet. And it did not go through. The bullet was still in me. So, you know, I was panicking. In my dream, I'm like, do I need to go to the hospital to get this bullet surgically removed? So I remember, like, people in my dream, they were kind of brushing it off. Like, it's no big deal. When I had a freaking bullet inside my gut, and I'm low-key panicking, like, there is a bullet inside me, and I need to get it out. So I remember in my dream, I was told, like, I don't know, a joke, and then going like, heh. And when you go, heh, you kind of like shrug a bit, you kind of like jump a teensy bit. Like you get told a joke, it's like, heh. So you kind of jump a little bit. And when that happened, in my dream, I like felt the bullet inside me move. And, well, that kind of woke me up because I started shaking. My entire body started having like a tremor, I guess. My entire body was shaking. And I'm like, wake up right now. Don't even lie down. Stand up, get up. So I sat up while my whole body was shaking. You know, like shivering, shaking. Like my entire body was shaking. From the idea, like, I had a bullet in me and it's still in me and I'm moving around. And then I got up. Like, I had to sit up in my bed to not lie down and possibly have a panic attack from a dream. Like, I had to tell myself, it was a dream. It was a dream. There's no bullet in your chest right now. It was a dream. Eventually, I calmed down. And then I went back to sleep. I don't know if I was actually shaking, like, from a soon-to-happen panic attack, or if I was shivering or not. You know, another thing to note, had I been able to do this during the day, that would have meant, like, I could have streamed all day. Maybe, like, you know, an 8-hour stream. I could have. I have a PC now. After, like, a decade in the making, I have a computer now. I'm not doing this on a nearly decade-old laptop anymore. I have a computer. So I'm able to stream for longer periods now. I have sparkle power, don't I? Yeah, sparkling power fire. So I'm just texting someone right now. Huh. Oh! There's the first one. Please have a mark. Please. No! Well, it's a female. That's more rare. You know what my stupid ass was considering? I was considering, like, not only getting these 3 Pokemon in their final evolutions, but also get them in their first evolutions with the Destiny Mark. So I would get 6 Shinies with the Destiny Mark today. Not a fat chance that's happening anymore. I have less than an hour and a half, and I don't even have one of them with the Destiny Mark yet. And I also need to catch this. I don't know if I attack, it'll die or not. Yep. Alright, let me get my false swiper. I think I put it back into the game. Watch it be in my game and I just don't remember. I don't think so. I did save the game, right? Oh, I need to open my other Switch and prepare another sandwich. The real question is, did I put it back into my Shield game? No? Where? Wait, whoops. Where are they? They can't be in any other game. If not in my Shield game, then in my Violet game. There's no other game I would put them in. They are here. Whoops. So earlier today, I decided to treat myself with some boba, some bubble tea, because it's my birthday. Man, I haven't been really drinking bubble tea lately, even though I really want to. Not only to save money, but also for health reasons. And while I was trying to order my bubble tea, there were two huge guys talking to the girl at the, you know, taking the orders, making the drinks. They were, well, first of all, she asked, like, how much sugar do you want? Like, what sugar level do you want? He said, double it. 200% sugar. He was saying how, like, I just got this tattoo. It is so painful. I need that to ease the pain. And, you know, so he was like, guess how old I am? And then he said, dude was 16. And, you know, the other large individual next to him, I assume was his brother, I think he said it was his brother, said it was 14. So these two huge guys, being 16 and 14, they were bigger than me. It's no surprise they were taller than me. Everyone's taller than me. But aside from being tall vertically, they were also tall horizontally. So, like, these guys were huge. These kids were huge. And it's my birthday today, so I seem even older to them now. Like, this 16 and 14-year-old guy is enormous. Much bigger than me. Damn, did that make me feel tiny? Did that make me feel small in front of these guys? When a 16-year-old is taller than me, hell, my cousin is 10 years younger than me, and he is way taller than me now. Shit. C2F LSW. Well, it took nearly an hour to get one of the 3 targets we're looking for. No destiny mark. See, I really wish I did this during the day, but sadly, that didn't happen. Oh, you want to know a funny thing? Earlier tonight when I went to the all-you-can-eat buffet for dinner, there were 2 other tables singing happy birthday. You know, it only makes sense. Like, you know, every day is somebody's birthday out there. 8 billion of us on this planet, yes. Every single 365 days we have is somebody's birthday. Hell, is thousands, millions of people's birthday. Ain't that crazy to think my birthday today is also the same birthday for millions of others? Happy birthday to everyone else out there whose birthday is August 22nd. What's crazy to think too is, like, there is a good number of people out there who were born the exact same day as me. And what I mean is, like, exact same year as well. We are the same age with the same birthday. And that goes the same for everyone out there as well. Your birthday also has thousands of people who have the exact same birthday. So let me think. Like, since the last time I played anything here, what else has happened? A couple of small stories that, you know, had I played regularly here, I would have mentioned. So a couple things happened, kind of like, Game Explain is kind of falling apart. Joey Ferris and Triss were both let go of the company. I don't know what the hell's going on behind the scenes at Game Explain, you know? I watched Joey since he was at Commonwealth Realm, and then I watched him at Game Explain, and now he's doing his own thing. So I don't know what the hell Andre is doing there. Aside from that, an Attack on Titan movie was announced. A part of me was excited, of course, but a part of me was just like, there's more? I thought it ended. I don't think Mappa knows what a final season means. You know, we had Season 4 Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 Part 1, Part 3 Part 2. And now that Season 4, the final season, is over, well, we're getting more of Season 4. There's more of Season 4. Even after the season's over, there's still more. What the hell could they possibly tell with an Attack on Titan story? Obviously, there's so much rich lore, you can tell a lot. I kinda imagine the Attack on Titan movie is like, you know, more of the rumbling. More of the Colossal Titans destroying the world. Because, you know, I was a little disappointed we didn't see more of that. Kinda wish we saw more of that. So maybe it's just like, I don't know, like an hour or two of non-stop destruction. Non-stop trampling. This lighting makes these two look lighter, but they're not. What else happened? Oh yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine became the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, beating Joker. You see? Disney, Marvel, you give the fans what they want, you put out good content, you don't make it woke garbage, you get money, fans get happiness. Fans get what they want, you get what you want. So stop pumping out all this woke garbage and start giving us good stuff again. I'm gonna try to do some picnic resets. Maybe I should move up a bit so these bushes aren't in my way. You know, with it being my birthday, there's also a point to mention that now that I'm 1 year older, the pressure is building. The older I get, the more pressure I have, like finding a girlfriend, marrying, getting a good job. You want to hear something that happened on my sister's wedding day? So I mentioned I was in the car with all the bridesmaids, and well, I got some insight to how women think when it comes to settling down and marrying. Now, it's like, obviously we already knew this, but like, I got some more details. And you know what? It was good. It was good details to have. It was a good insight to have. So I was in the car with my sister's 3 friends, the 3 bridesmaids. And they, you know, they were talking about like how their friend is getting married today. And then they were discussing like what it would take for their boyfriends like to marry. And then like obviously to be a guy, to be desired and to have someone want to marry you, you need to have, you know, money and skills. Well, it's like, well, shit. I'm already doomed there. But, like, I got a little bit of insight to what women expect, you know? And yet, like I said, this is a good thing. This is beneficial. My friends will never have this. My friends will never be in a car with 3 bridesmaids. That's, let's face it, that's just not going to happen. They were saying, like, you know, for a guy, you need to have real estate. Like, if you want me to marry you and, you know, have kids with you, then you would need to provide a home, you know, shelter to raise a family. That makes sense, right? You cannot dispute. That just makes sense. But the issue with that is, you need money to have property, 1. And 2, the market for buying housing is horrendous right now. It is dog shit. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Canada is, well, kind of going downhill. The quality of life in Canada is kind of like declining. And yeah, I've noticed it. As a Canadian citizen, yeah, I've noticed it. Canada is kind of not being as great to live in anymore. Like, you know, inflation's a bitch, we all know that, and the house market, it is sky high. It is just unrealistic to just buy property at all right now. And I don't expect it to get any better anytime soon. I expect it to get worse, way worse, before it gets better. So yeah, just buying property and housing these days is basically not even an option. Thank you for that, Trudeau. But then there was also this, which I never really considered. Maybe I'm just stupid, or like, maybe this is a universal thing that a good number of guys don't consider. Probably the former. Probably I'm just stupid and I just never considered this. You know, when you're married, when, you know, you have a partner in life, it's reasonable to expect, like, you pitch in 50, she pitches in 50, right? That just seems fair and reasonable. Well, I never really considered this part. At one point, like, I guess you can argue relatively soon into the relationship, you could expect for the guy to pitch in like maybe 80%. And what I mean by that is like, eventually the woman is gonna have kids. It's not realistic to expect a pregnant wife to pitch in 50% and then, you know, the maternity leaves, no income's coming in. Like, the guy is expected to make more and pitch in more. And I never considered that. Like, it'll go from 50-50 to more like 80-20 to possibly more. And I never thought about that. Well, shit. I'm doomed. I have no money. I have no property. Am I able to pitch in? At this moment, no. Well, I guess I'm not getting married. Everyone there, everyone at my sister's wedding who kept on asking, when's it your turn? Well, I guess they're all disappointed. Because at this point, it just seems like it's not happening. I say at this point. The point was a long time ago where it seemed like it wasn't happening. See, if they could all spawn right in front of me, that'd be fantastic. You know? Makes my life so much easier. God, I hope that wasn't it. I think I'm just gonna start moving around again. You wanna know a funny thing? I mentioned my sister's on a trip right now. That's why I couldn't do this during the day, because I have to fill in for her at work. So, yeah, she got married, and not even a week after getting married, she goes on a trip with her husband on a cruise. What's funny to keep in mind is, this is not their honeymoon. Their honeymoon is a totally different trip later on. This is the husband's family, his parents, just happened to be going on a cruise. So the whole family's going. Brother and his girlfriend, grandma, all of them are going. And well, my sister's a wife now. She has to go. Yeah, this time my family was not invited to the cruise. My parents and I, we were not invited. Which is a bit of a shame. You know, because if they did invite us, had we did go on that cruise together, we technically, right now, would have celebrated my birthday on a cruise ship. You know how dope that would have been? Unfortunately, they didn't invite us. I highly doubt they even knew my birthday was happening as their trip was planned. What? You know, as, like, on the trip dates. I highly doubt they knew my birthday was happening. So it is what it is. My birthday happened and my sister's not even here to celebrate it. She's on a freaking cruise with her husband. I said this to a friend of mine and he's like, damn, your sister, you know, isn't it even gonna be there for your birthday? I'm like, bruh, that is such a single child, like, mentality. My sister's married now. Her priority, the most important person in her life, is her husband. If it came down to saving the life of me, her brother, or her husband, she would choose her husband. At least she should, especially if her husband is the father to their kids. Like, if it came to saving my life, if it came down to saving Uncle Angus's life or Dad's life, she would go for her husband, 100%. At least I would hope she would. Because, you know, let's be honest. Well, my sister doesn't have kids yet. But, like, in the future, when she does, the kids' fathers are more important in their lives than their uncle is, right? That's just a fact. So if it came down to it, if it came down to saving her husband or her brother, she will 100% save her husband, as she should. Now, don't try to stretch this onto me like, if you were in the position saving your wife or your sister, you're saying you would save your wife 100% over your sister? Look, I didn't say it was an easy choice. I didn't say it was a good thing to have to do, right? Obviously, nobody wants to be in that position where you save your sibling's life or your spouse. Nobody wants to be in that position. I'm just saying hypothetically, you know, like Ben Shapiro, let's just say hypothetically, that if that were to happen, then yes, my sister should choose her husband over me. Yeah, I'm 100% gonna have to change the time, because it is 11:04 p.m. right now. I have less than an hour to get all 3 of our targets. I haven't gotten one yet. I don't have a single shiny with the Destiny mark, let alone 3. God damn it, had I been able to do this during the day. Fuck! I chose money and business over digital, you know, renders in a video game. I chose to work instead of to pay a coworker to fill in for me, over collecting rare, different colored pixels in a video game with rare coding. I chose reality over, you know, video games, okay? And let's face it, there's always next year. And the next, and the next. I don't have to get it this year, you know? Next year, I could come back to this game and do the same thing, get a Destiny mark. Hell, it seems like marks are a thing in Pokemon moving forward, right? Future games will likely have marks. I'll probably do the same as I'm doing now in future games. On my birthday, hunt for Destiny marks on Shinies. You know the part that really sucks right now, aside from no shinies, is that at some point I'm gonna have to take a small intermission, not intervention. At some point I gotta take a small intermission, because I gotta go let my dog out. My dad went out with his friends on his son's birthday. My mom is upstairs resting. My sister's on a trip. I'm the only person in the house right now who can let my sick dog outside to use the bathroom, because we obviously don't want him to diarrhea in the house again, like he did last night. So, you know, I'm the only person to do that. At some point, I have to leave for like 10 minutes. You know, because he's not gonna shit the instant he steps outside. And then because it's diarrhea, I gotta grab some wet wipes and wipe the booty, clean it afterwards. Because, oh boy, yesterday morning, after I let my dogs out in the morning, like, after I got up again to get ready for work, I noticed, like, why is there stains all over the floor? I'm just like, oh no, he had diarrhea. So I, you know, wiped up the floors, and then I had to wipe up his butt. And then last night, when my friends were over, oh man, there was an enormous diarrhea mess on the kitchen table carpet. Well, not kitchen table. No, the dinner table. Even better. The dinner table carpet. An enormous pile of diarrhea. And you know, all day I was worried at work too, like, oh my god, did he poop in the house somewhere? Nobody's at home to clean it up, nobody's at home to watch him. Did he poop somewhere in the house and, you know, it's just festering and stinking up the house right now? Thankfully that didn't happen. You know, I let him out when I got home from work and I checked his stool. It looked better. It's not perfect, but, you know, it's looking better. So, yeah, today's my birthday. Well, my birthday's about to end in less than an hour, actually in 50 minutes. Not a very eventful birthday, I gotta say. Like, you know, the older you get, the less exciting birthdays get. What the hell? How did I encounter you? I was nowhere close to your hitbox! Man, for a second I thought this one looked brighter. Damn, you know what? I feel Blue Vector's pain now when he hunted every starter with a mark. I'll do a couple of picnic resets now. Okay, so there's a story that I've been dreading to tell you because I really just don't want to relive it. So it happened at work. It's another work story. I dealt with the worst customer I've ever dealt with in my entire life. The absolute worst customer ever. This customer, I can't lie to you guys. I'm going to be 100% honest. This customer really made me contemplate life. Like, after dealing with this person, I really was just like, man, I don't like this world. I don't want to exist in this world anymore. Like, after dealing with this person, I felt such a strong desire to, unalive myself. Nah, you know what? YouTube's a bunch of pussies, and they don't like it when people say I wanted to kill myself. You happy, YouTube, you bunch of pussies? I'm not gonna lie, like, I really debated, like, ugh, this person made me just not want to exist anymore, not want to live anymore. So anyone who, like, after hearing this says it's not a big deal, clearly you've never worked in customer service. And if you do work in customer service, and you don't think it's a big deal, well, good on you, I guess. So, let me just lay down a little bit of background info, background knowledge. For those who don't know, I sell optical glasses, you know, prescription eyeglass, sunglass, that's what I sell. And let me tell you, I regret joining this industry more than anything. Well, that's not true. I have one bigger regret in my life, but I'm not going to mention it. That burden will die with me. Bitch, what people? Yeah, I have nothing but regret for joining this industry, because this industry is horrid. It is so bad. Makes me regret, absolutely regret going to school to do this. All that time wasted failing those exams just to deal with these bitches in customer service. It is like... Okay, so here's what happened. So this lady came in. So this was back when my sister, you know, she wasn't on a trip yet. Like, this was after the wedding. This was before she left on the cruise. So this lady came in, just so uptight, so demanding, so needy, so strict, stern, cheap, demanding. So my mom stepped out real quick to, I think, talk to my dad about something. So it was my sister and I at the store. And then my sister stepped out to, I guess, also discuss something with my dad. I don't know. So it was just me with this lady. This fucking customer. At first, my sister was dealing with her until before she had to leave for something. This lady, you know, like, it's our job to explain things to customers, right? Explain what the products are, what they do. So I can't believe I have to say this. If anyone doesn't know, for when it comes to prescription lenses, you know, you have single power or multifocals, right? When people get older, they can't see things closely as good anymore, so they need reading glasses, right? So my sister was explaining to the lady after seeing her prescription, like, do you want single vision or bifocals? You know, single vision has one power, multifocals have two different powers. The lady just very loudly like, yes, yes, I know what they are. I know what they are. You know, like, rude customer as well, I should mention. You know, there are some kind of customers where you shouldn't bother with. But to my surprise, this douchebag of a lady actually purchased. And then she hit you with the same things. The same things that all customers say to try to get a better deal. Is that it? I think that's it. That is it. Yes! It has a mark. Please let it be a shiny. What? My brain is fried at this point. Please let it be a destiny mark. This would be fantastic if it was shiny, female, with a destiny mark. That would be extremely rare. Because, you know, females are more rare. Man, once again, this happened right in the middle of telling a story. Of course that didn't catch. It's fine though. That's still fine. You know, this would take much longer if I didn't paralyze or use false swipe. Just because it could take longer doesn't mean it should. Charmander, please, catch. I have less than 40 minutes left before it turns midnight, and my birthday is over. You took nearly 2 hours to show up, and I don't even know if you have a destiny mark. You could have some other mark. Did I save the game? If I didn't save the game, I swear to God, I'm about to leave. What? We're not gonna make it in time, you know that? Thank you. Intense mark? That's not the destiny mark. Guess we gotta keep going. Man, I am so disappointed at that. I wanted a destiny mark. Just connecting on my other Switch right now. So anyways, continuing the story. So this lady was just so needy, so demanding, and she hit me with the same things that, like I was saying, all customers say to get a better deal. Like, she was saying, first of all, she was saying the store that she used to go to is closed or whatever, and it's like, god damn, I feel sorry for that store. Not only because, like, they closed or whatever, like, she can't find it anymore, but because, like, they had to deal with this bitch-ass lady. So, she hit me with the same stuff, like, if I get good service, if you treat me well, I will come back. I have lots of kids. All of them need glasses. We will give you more business. You give me good service, I come back. I keep on coming to you for business. Yes, inherently that sounds like a good thing, but like, sometimes there are just customers you don't want. And if you think that's a ludicrous statement, if you think that is outlandish, you have no idea. You either have not worked in customer service, or you just haven't encountered a customer that bad before, that you're like, you know what, I just don't even want your service, okay? You're saying you have lots of family members, each one with money. You know what, I don't even want your service, right? Like, you just haven't encountered that customer yet. So she picked out a frame. She did like multifocal lenses. So long story short, her total came out to $430. Okay, and she was just saying, "I give you 400. I will do half payment now, and I will do." Oh, that's what that sound was. That was the timer on my phone. She was saying, I will give you the half the payment now, and I will do the other half when I come and pick up the you know, completed, finished product. Now, inherently, like, you know, let's break that down real quick. First of all, I wish I could do that. I'm buying something, oh, $430, I'm giving you 400. Like, not even, it wasn't even bargaining at that point. It was demanding, just like asserting, like, no, you will not be getting 430 from me. You will only be getting 430 from me, okay? Like, end of story, right? I wish I could do that, I wish I could go to a place and be like, no, I'm not paying you that extra amount. You're only getting this from me. And I will only give you half the money right now. When it's finished, I will give you the other half. I wish I could do that. I wish I could not pay the amount I was told and instead pay less. You know, earlier today I went to the dollar store to buy a loaf of bread. I think it was like $1.50. It's like, your total is $1.50 for this loaf of bread. Here's $1. Buy. I wish I could do that. Right? I wish I could not pay the price I'm told, but instead just be like, I'm only paying you this much. And you're taking it. No, 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 shh. You're taking it. That wasn't a question. I wish I could do that. But you know what? Knowing me, if I were to do that, I'd get the cops called on me. And then you would see body cam footage of me going like, I don't understand why I'm being arrested, officer. They told me the price was this, and I told them I'm not paying that price, I'm paying less. Like, you see all these Karen videos, these entitled lunatics out there, like, on body cam footage. Like, I just know, if I did that, I would be in that, right? There'd be body cam footage of me being like, I don't understand why I'm being arrested. All I wanted to do was not pay the amount they told me. Officer would tell them like, no, sir, you have to pay the price you're told. It's like, I don't want to. I'm not going to, right? Whatever. Regardless, like, moving on. So, 430, she just went, I'll give you 400. Like, I'm doing 400. Fine, okay? Fine. I don't want to argue with this bitch-ass lady. And you know, like, as a consumer, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. 430, I would want to pay 400, right? It's like, but as a worker, you're like, did you not hear me when I told you 430? Like, where's my extra 30 bucks? I don't think that's it. Yeah, I didn't think so. And you know, I can't say that no matter how much I want to. It's like, ma'am, you don't pay the amount, you don't get it. End of story. And then she'll leave, you know, no business for us. Like, if you worked in retail, you understand, okay? If you haven't worked in retail, if you don't do customer service, you just don't understand. So, aside from that, so normally, like, at least for my store, the way we do it, because, you know, we gotta save a buck whenever we can, right? Whenever we can, because it's a family business, okay? So, we have to save a buck any chance we can, because, you know, these days, what I just said about the house market, the housing market, yeah, we need to save as much as we can. Every penny helps. Every dollar helps. Alright? And it's no secret, also, right, that credit cards are more, they cost more than debit or cash. Cash is king, but nobody and their mama holds cash anymore these days. Like I said, I don't like this world, but anyways. So obviously this lady uses credit card, right? And okay. At least in my store, we prefer cash or debit, right? Because that's the cheapest option. Cash, obviously there's no transaction fees. Debit, there's a small transaction fee, but you know, it's fine. But credit card is a much larger transaction fee. You know? So, we prefer cash or debit. If it's credit card, you know, because transaction fee you do multiple transactions, you get more fees, so you technically get less of the actual money. So, you know, when she said, I give you 200 now and 200 later on, it's like, ma'am, we take full payments if you're using a credit card. Like, first of all, I said, you're doing a deposit and you're paying the rest later. Do you mind using debit? She's like, no, I only use credit card. I only have credit card with me. So then I said, like, credit card, we take full payment. No, I give you half now, and I give you the other half later. So, you know, like, I don't understand. A lot of places don't take credit card. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen this, right? A lot of places just flat out don't take credit cards. So, what the fuck are you gonna do then? If you only carry your credit card, you don't have your debit or cash, what the fuck are you gonna do then? Either the place, you know, folds and it's like, fine, fine, credit card, fine. You only have credit card, fine. Or they're gonna be like, well, you don't have the payment method that we only take. You're not paying for this. You're not getting it. Bye now. Right? Yes, you as a customer could be like, well, they just lost their business with me. But you as a customer are then like, well, you didn't get the product. Right? Anyways, so, as I'm trying to say, like, yes, it upset me that she's just demanding, like, no, I pay credit card, I pay half now, I pay the rest later. Because she was saying, the store I usually go to, that's what they did. It's like, I can't talk back to the customer, I can't be like, well, ma'am, we're not that store. You want to purchase here, you follow all our store policies. I can't say that. I wish I could say that, among a lot of other things to these customers. So, you know, at this point I was getting a little upset. Well, not a little, I was getting very upset at this lady. So needy, so demanding, so rude. So, I was getting so angry inside, but I had to hold myself back. I had to restrain myself. I swear to you, I've never been closer to just completely breaking and yelling back at a customer. I've never been closer than this person. So, you know, I was getting upset. My voice was getting higher. Like, fine, fine! Credit card, fine, pay! And then it's like, give me your phone number so when it's done I can call you. And then she's like, something else. I'm just like, it's fine! Phone number, please! And then, you know, I'm getting upset at how needy and rude this lady is. And then she's like, are you getting upset? Obviously, I'm not going to say yes. Like, yes, I'm getting upset because you are so hard to work with. You know, I can't say that. I can't say that. So I'd have to be like, no, not at all. Why would I be upset? No, I'm fine. You know what was... This lady had the nerve to first be like, you know, you were a very good salesperson. You didn't rush me. You didn't, like, overwhelm me with options. You let me take my time. I like you. I come back for you. I'm just like, thank you. Thank you. That's great to hear. Thank you. And then she just kept on demanding more things. Needy, so rude, just more and more. So I got rude. Well, I guess you could say I got rude. I got upset. So then after she said, you're a very good salesperson, she's like, are you getting upset? I'm just like, no, not at all. Why would I get upset at you, ma'am? Why would I? So, eventually, you know, I had to step away like, oh my god, I am so angry at this person. If I don't step away right now, I will yell at this person. Let me just step away, take a deep breath, just step away for a bit, let my mom handle her for the rest. So, and also one other thing for eyeglass, you know, you have to do measurements with the eyes, like where the eyes are in relation to the lenses, so you have to do a measurement. So I did the measurement. She's like, wait, that wasn't right. Do it again. I'm just like, no, it's fine. It's fine. She's like, no, do it again. I'm just like, fine. I'll do it again. You know, once again, what I can't do is be like, trust me, it's fine. I don't need to do the measurements again. It's fine. You know, I can't do that. That's no shiny. I don't think it was, at least. Was it? No, it's just the stinking lighting in this game. Can I at least get one shiny Destiny Mark? Let's ignore the 3. How about that? Let's just get 1. So, here's the thing that really upset me at the very end. When she paid... Okay, no, there were two more things. The second last thing she said. So, so for lenses, for glass... Hello. No, Mark. God damn it. Just know that I sacrificed getting these Destiny Mark Shinies to work today. Alright, because of Fire Spin. Well, damn. Now I can't False Swipe, nor really attack it at all. You know, I could have called in a coworker of mine to fill in for me, so that I could have played this during the day, gotten the Destiny Mark Shinies. But I chose not to, that way we didn't have to pay my coworker, so we can save the money. So I just take the bullet, I go to work instead. You know, I go to work instead of shiny hunting in Pokemon, okay? Know that I sacrificed the Destiny Marks to work. For a second, I'm like, what is that sound? It's just a vacuum happening outside. I bet you at any moment, my mom's gonna let the dogs out, and then she's gonna call me to wipe their asses. Because we have to do that, right? My dog, he's old. He's 12 years old. And, you know, 1 dog year is 7 human years. 7 times 12 is 84. My dog is 84. So his poop isn't as solid as it used to be, so it's pretty dirty. Every time he poops, we need to wipe. And my other dog, he's sick right now. He has diarrhea. So he needs to be wiped as well. So both my dogs poop outside. Yeah, my mom's not going to wipe them. She's going to let them out and then volunteer me to come up and wipe them. Thank you. We already know this has no mark, so I don't need to check the summary. Why is it so hard to get these Destiny Marks? I thought the Destiny Marks were supposed to be more common. You know, when the Alolan Raichu event was happening, I thought just for fun, I'll change the date so I can get one shiny with the Destiny Mark. I got it right away. So, like, why is that not happening here? How did I catch the Charmander off guard there? So anyways, continuing with the story. So, for those who don't know, like, not every place does this. This is just what my place does. So, lenses have coatings, right? There's an anti-scratch coating. That doesn't mean scratch-proof. A lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people think there's an anti-scratch coating. It's indestructible. I could drag a knife on my lens and it won't scratch. No. Anti-scratch does not mean 100% resistance to scratch. Right? Okay? So, you know, lenses have coatings. Just like how a windshield for a car has, like, you know, sunlight UV protecting in its built-in, right? So, eyeglass lenses have coatings. So, this needy bitch demanded that I write down everything that comes with it. Her order. Frame, lens, all the coatings it comes with. I'm just like, okay, can you give me the receipt that I just gave you for the pickup? She's like, no, give me another paper. Give me a brand new sheet of paper. And so I had to go on the computer and type it out for her. It's like, I've never had a customer demand that before. Normally, customers just hear what I tell them when it comes to, like, what the lenses come with, and they're just like, okay. But this bitch-ass lady says, like, no, I demand that you write it all down for me. And that you will not write it on the receipt you gave me. You will give me a new sheet of paper with all of it written down. That is what you are going to do. So after that, like, fine, I did it. I typed it out for you. I printed it. Here, take it. So after all that, she got up. She was getting ready to leave. And then she's like, one more thing, dear. Please. No, she didn't say that. She didn't say it like that. Actually, she, at this point, like, just as I was getting fed up with her, she was getting fed up with me. Because she even had the nerve to be like, I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble. And I just had to hold myself back, be like, it's fine. No problem, ma'am. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. She had the nerve to be like, I apologize for any problems I caused you. It's like, no problem, ma'am. It's fine. Everything's okay. So yeah, just as I was getting fed up with her, she was getting fed up with me for getting mad at her. You know, as if it's against the law to get mad at unreasonable, needy, demanding, rude customers. As if that's just a law that cannot be broken. Anyways, so, you know, my mom can, I guess, like, you know, working in this industry for decades, she can hold a temper better than me. So my mom, I guess, played the nice cop. It's like, it's fine, whatever you need. So, you know, but this lady grew a liking to my mom more than me. She's like, I like you better. I'm gonna come back and do business with you. I'm gonna come back for you to do business with you. Saying that to my mom. So this lady got up, was getting ready to leave. She turns around, comes back, and is like, one more thing before I go. Can you clean my current pair? And it's like, okay. I grabbed one of our cloths, our glasses cleaning cloths, with the spray. I was getting ready to spray and clean. And she's like, no, grab a new one. I'm just like, what? Ma'am, these are new. It's like, no, grab a new one. What she means is, like, grab a brand new cloth just for her to clean. Think of it this way. Imagine if I was sitting at a restaurant and the server was getting ready to, you know, grab the towel, wipe off the table before I sat down, and I'm just like, grab a new towel, please. It's like, sir, but this towel is clean. No, grab a brand new towel and wipe the table for me. Imagine if I did that. right? Like, she didn't even say please or nothing. So keep that in mind. Or, let me think, what other service or business requires, like, something of yours to be cleaned? I can think of a car. I'm thinking of a car. Like, you get your car done in the shop, and then they're about to, like, wipe down your windows. It's like, almost done with your car, sir. Let me just wipe up the windows for you, nice and clean, and you'll be on your way. You grab a new towel and wipe my windows. Sir, this towel is clean already. No, grab a new towel and wipe my windows. And, well, I absolutely dread having to call this lady and tell her, like, yo, your shit is ready, come pick it up. Obviously, I'm not gonna say that, no matter how badly I want to. I really dread this lady coming back, and even worse, one day, like, coming back for business and bringing her family. Bringing more people over. It's like, yes, I guess. Yeah, kinda, I guess. I somewhat appreciate your business. You coming back is like... It's just you, lady. I just don't want to deal with you. You are unbearable to deal with. I appreciate the business, but everything else about you, I just don't want to deal with. It's like, I don't know, maybe at one point... This lady comes back, it's like, well, I'm off. I'm leaving. I'm gonna walk around, let my coworkers deal with this. I'll be back in like an hour, since I know she'll take that long. Yeah, I can do that. It's my business. And let me tell you, like, after dealing with this rude, demanding, needy, stuck-up, I don't even know what else I have to say. Like, self-absorbed bitch of a lady. At first, I'm like, fuck this, I'm going home. I was so ready to, like, grab my keys, hop in my car, and just go home. I'm like, that's it, I'm out, I'm going home. Because on that exact same day, I was already planning to leave work early just to go home and mow the lawn. Because the grass was too high. And my two princes of dogs, they require the grass to be low for them to use the bathroom. So that day, I was already planning to go home early to mow the grass. And, you know, by the time this lady left, it was like 3 in the afternoon. It was still a little too early for me to go home. I swear, I was so ready. I was so close to just grabbing my keys, like, that's it, I'm out. I'm going home. That lady ruined the rest of my day. The rest of my week made me just not want to live life anymore. It's like, that's it, I'm going home. I was so close to just leaving right after that. Yes, there are people out there like this. There are bad people out there. You know? I should know, but I'm not like that. Right? I'm not needy like that. I have to remind myself, too, like... It's just one bad person. It's just one bad day. That's not worth throwing everything away. That's not worth ending life and just saying lights out. Well, saying. And just going lights out. It's not worth it. One person isn't worth it. I have to remind myself, there are good people out there. There are more good people than bad. I have to keep on telling myself that. It may seem like I'm encountering bad people all the time, but I have to remind myself there are good people out there. There is good in this world. I have to keep on reminding myself, no matter how bad I think the world is, there is good. Don't forget, There is good in the world. Even if it doesn't seem like it, even if this world seems like it sucks all the time, this is a terrible world, there is good. Believe that, there is good. Because for people out there who are terminally online like I am, you know, you see a lot of negatives on the internet. You see like, oh, this bad thing happened in this world. Oh, this person did this terrible thing. You just get exposed to a lot of like bad stuff on the internet. And you know how the saying goes, just go outside, breathe some fresh air, get some sunlight, touch some grass. The world is not only the internet. The internet is depicting how bad the world is, how bad everything is falling apart in the world. Go outside. It's not that bad, right? Well, when I'm away from the internet and I'm working, I get exposed to more bad. Because the customers I deal with really make me not want to continue anymore. And like, keep in mind, this is the family business. This is my livelihood, right? There's a very good chance that this is what I do for the rest of my life. Like, dealing with these customers my entire life. Some people can take it, like my mom. She raised me, didn't she? But other people just might not be able to take it, like yours truly. So there's less than 5 minutes before it turns midnight and my birthday is officially over. And I did not get a single shiny Destiny Mark today. You know, I'll be honest, I actually could have just like hunted this on my own during the day. And then at night be like, I already got it during the day just in case. So now, let's hunt for it again to evolve. I honestly could have just done that. And like I said earlier, I don't like getting the shinies, like changing the date just to get the shiny. Like, I could change the date. Say I do this tomorrow on August 23rd. I change the date to the 22nd to get the Destiny Mark. And then I encounter it. I change the date to the 23rd so that it's the proper date that has a Destiny Mark. But then it's like, well, it has a Destiny Mark, but it's not actually my birthday. And if it does, well, I didn't catch it on my actual birthday. So it's like, it doesn't feel genuine to me. You know what I mean? It's like, if I were to get a shiny Destiny Mark, I want to get it actually on my birthday to say the date I got it. I don't like changing the date and it having not the proper date that I caught it on. Oh, right, oh, never mind. I thought my sandwich was over. Nope, never mind. Not yet. Wow. And it has a mark. Yo, can I clutch up and get this Destiny Mark before it turns midnight in 2 minutes? See, now that is the type of shiny luck I like to see. Close the picnic and it's the first thing that spawns in. My That's the kind of shiny luck I like to see. I have... Okay, let me actually show the clock. I have a minute and 50 seconds to catch this before it turns midnight. The mark is locked in. It's just like, can I actually catch this before midnight so that it actually says my birthday? I just realized my Blissey's fainted. A minute and 15 seconds to catch this. Oh yeah, I could have just used soft boiled when it was about to die earlier. Oh my god, now I can't escape. Oh! Thank you, critical catch. I actually caught this before it hits midnight and my birthday is over. There is 35 seconds before it hits midnight. Wait, what? Doesn't have any. Wait. Am I going insane or did I not see it had one earlier? No. Oh no, I think what I saw was it was slightly bigger. Well, okay, my birthday's officially over. I'm gonna go, let my dogs out. Okay, I'm back. I let my dogs out. They peed. They didn't poo. So I guess I have to let them out tomorrow morning to take a dump. You know, this isn't even the right box these things should be in. There we go. Now, what I'm first going to do, I'm going to do one more sandwich. And if I don't get anything, well, I'm just going to call it a night. I can't seem to get a single shiny destiny mark, let alone 3. First, I'm going to heal. Oh, I also took the liberty of using the bathroom myself. What I'm going to do, close the game. I don't like that I'm doing this. Change it so that it is actually my birth date. I don't like that I'm doing this. That way it still will give me the destiny mark. See, I don't like that. I like it if I were to actually have gotten it during my birthday, which is impossible now because my birthday ended 8 minutes ago. Well, it is possible just a year from now. Well, what am I doing? You guys want to hear a story? This happened like 2 or 3 nights ago. So in my room, as I was getting ready to go to bed, I looked up. I saw this spider crawling on my ceiling. My room has one section that has a slanted ceiling, and then the rest of the ceiling is like normal, flat. So because it's kind of slanted and it's like kind of hard to reach, what I wanted to do was I wanted to grab a stick, poke the spider to get it to fall down, and then trap it in the jar, in my jar, to bring it outside. So I poked it, it fell, and I lost it. Not only was there a bunch of stuff underneath for it to fall into for it to hide, you know, like my table and my bed. It could have fell into my cushions where I couldn't see, or it could have fell behind my table where I couldn't see, right? So I poked it, it fell, and I lost it. No, I know, actually the first time it fell like anywhere between my table and my window, which also has, you know, curtains. It could have fell on top of the curtains. It could have fallen like behind my table, like in between my table and the wall. Regardless, the first time I poked it down, I lost it. You know, that's a tragic shame. The fact that I lost the spider in my room. But you know, if I couldn't find it, then there's nothing I can do. So then, like a little bit later, I came back. I looked up again. It was there. It crawled back up. So I tried to do the same thing. It was in a hard to reach spot, so I tried to poke it down before trapping it in my jar. Once again, I poked it down and I lost it. Once again, and this time it's worse. It could have fallen somewhere on my bed. Regardless, I lost it. I lost what I hopefully assume is the same spider twice in my room. And like, obviously, once again, like, if I can't find it, there's nothing I can do, right? So I just had to give up, accept that there's a spider somewhere loose in my bedroom, possibly on my bed, and just go to sleep. So yeah, I lost the same spider twice in my room, but then, the following night, I looked up at the same spot, and I saw a spider there. I don't know if it was the same spider I saw roughly in the same area 3 times. You know, animals are creatures of habit, right? I knocked the spider down from that spot. Why wouldn't it crawl back up there for whatever reason it has, right? Can I have all of them just cluster in like that? That'd be great. Sadly, that's not how the game works. The stinking bush is in the way, and I don't mean George. Yeah, if after this sandwich, nothing, then I'm gonna call it quits. Because I low-key have been here for 3 hours. If I played this during the day, instead of going to work, I would have been here for like 5, 6, maybe more hours. Like, you question my commitment to shiny hunting? Like, it's not an exaggeration to say, if I were to shiny hunt for like 5 or 6 hours a day, that is already on the lower end. I don't think so, right? No. No, most certainly not. Man, I hate these bushes. They're in the way. See what I mean? By these bushes are in the way? Can I like go nice and far from the bush so that they have to spawn in front of it? That's a lot of Charmanders. Like even behind a tree is fine, not the stinking bush. Once again, no mark. Don't use Fire Spin. Okay. Scary Face I'll take. Guess I gotta prepare another sandwich. You know, buddy, now that you're back, you know what the sad part is? My birthday is over now, so I can no longer get the Destiny mark because you can only get it on your birthday. So what I have to do is I have to change the date to get it, and I don't like to do that. Yeah, move the date, but I don't like to do that because then it won't be genuine. It'll either have the wrong date, or I will know I didn't actually get this on the correct date. I mentioned this throughout, like, the nearly 3 hours I've been trying to do this. I sacrificed doing this during the day instead of, you know, shiny hunting. It ran into the bushes. It's trying to hide. I could have taken the day off from work today to do this. You know, I have a PC now. I could have been doing this for like 5 or 6 hours. I have no problem doing it for that long. Knowing me, I probably would have done longer. Because I actually have the hardware to go that long now. I chose not to. I chose not to take the day off of work today. Because of business and money. If I took the day off from work today, I would need to call in my coworker for her to fill in, and then we would have to pay her. When unnecessarily, we would have unnecessarily had to pay her because I wanted to take the day off to play a video game. So I chose not to play this during the day. I chose not to take the day off of work today. So, how's your trip going? Oh, you know what? You know what I just realized? No, that says the wrong date. It doesn't have a mark. It's not the 22nd anymore, it's the 23rd. Leave me alone. Let me play this game how I want. I don't know why it does this sometimes where it goes down so slow. Maybe I just catch this and I just go for today. It's been almost 3 hours. I still need to shower. Oh, I think it's time to call it quits. I give up. No shiny destiny marks for me. You know what? We did get one mark at least. That's at least relatively rare, I guess. What was the mark again that I even got? No, not this one. I got the intense mark. First of all, getting a female shiny Charmander is already pretty rare. But then with something like the intense mark, yeah, that's quite rare. So I have no choice but to take it. It's no destiny mark, but I'll take it, you know? You know, one could argue getting what I got is even harder to get. Yes, the destiny mark is only one day a year, but you can change the Switch's clock. You can change the date. There's no way to guarantee a mark aside from the destiny one, right? Well, you know, one could argue like the Jumbo and Teensy, but you know what I mean. There's no way to actually like guarantee a mark. It's random. And for me to get that on a female shiny is quite rare. So you know what? Fine, I'll take it. Because, you know, yeah, technically I can change the date and get myself a Destiny Mark shiny anytime I want. For something like the Intense Mark, yeah, there's no way to change the time. I can't swap in. There's no way to change the time to get it. You just have to get lucky. Yeah, I guess it's rather rare, so I'll take it. Listen to me coping right now. You see, this is why I don't fucks with False Swipe. And same thing as before. For anyone who's gonna argue, like, why didn't you just, you know, do an outbreak? Well, the issue with that is, like, I had 3 targets in mind. Charmander wasn't the only thing I planned to hunt. I get an outbreak for 1, well, that's it. Unless you want to sit there and watch me for God knows how long, date skipping until I get the next outbreak. Like, I doubt I would be so lucky to get 3 outbreaks of what I'm looking for all at once. Let's just face facts, that's not happening. Is it me, or is it not playing the sound when I select it, when I even go into the Pokeball option? Yeah, it's not. I'm not tripping. Okay, well, for my birthday and nearly a half hour afterwards, I got 5 shiny Charmanders. None of them with the mark I was looking for, but 1 with a rather rare one that I did not ask for, but I will take and not be ungrateful for. But regardless, that doesn't change the fact that this endeavor is an absolute failure, like me. But it is what it is. I guess maybe I'll see you guys next year for when we try this again. And maybe I can actually take the day off and do this properly next year. Well, no shiny variations of you 3 with destiny marks this time. Maybe some other time. Alright, well, that's 3 hours of failure. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.